Ladies and gentlemen, being from the arse crack of nowhere in Ireland, rich people aren't exactly, what's the word, everywhere. Until I become one of the most successful businessmen and creators on the planet. So, we are going to look at some of the most expensive things in the world.
If there's one thing humans do better than amassing a massive amount of money, it's spending massive amounts of money.
That's just it.
Right now, the global net worth has reached $431 trillion, and as wealth keeps increasing, we're going to need more and more expensive stuff to keep up with the demand. And trust me, we're very good at making some absurdly expensive stuff.
You know,
So on
fairness.
that note, we're going to be looking at some of the most expensive things money can buy.
Okay, that doesn't look
most
great.
expensive private residence.
$2.6 billion.
$2.6 billion. When you have enough money to take care of yourself and a small community for several lifetimes. Naturally, one of the first luxurious items you'd procure is an unreasonably decked out, super expensive home. At least, that's probably what Indian billionaire Mukesh Ambani was thinking when he built himself a $2.6 billion mega.
That thing looks like if one bloody gust of wind, someone cracked a fart next to one of those, the building's gonna collapse. That does not look like it deserves $2.6 billion.
Skyscraper in India, creating the most expensive home on the planet Earth.
That's horrible.
Found in the inner city of Mumbai, India, Antilla stands at a massive 27 stories, 568 feet high, and currently houses only Mukesh Ambani and his family, giving them so much space to live in that they probably go days without seeing each other. Built in.
But why do you need all those floors? It makes zero sense to have all those floors. Zero, like just nothing. Does not make sense. It's pointless. It's a waste.
The Antilla is a multi-level car lot that can hold about 168 vehicles. But if you don't want to leave through the bottom, naturally, you can always leave using one of the 3 helipads placed on the roof. 2 and a spare, I guess.
What? Why would you need 3 helipads? And apart from that, why would you need a car park for 120 cars? That makes zero sense again. You're not going to be driving 120 cars, not to mind have 120 cars.
Amenities in the tower, like a 2-story recreation center, a
Okay.
gym, a dance studio, and a yoga studio.
You all know what I'm
Probably
thinking now at the moment when I
something
see
to
the
do
gym,
with
like.
why this home is
And
the
your man
most
that owns the
expensive
building.
private residence in the world.
Don't go
Most
together.
Expensive yacht, history supreme, $4.8 billion. As we all know, if the richest of the rich aren't splurging on residential.
Okay, if they're splurging on money, this guy needs to go get some shorts. He needs to get some trunks for the pool or whatever. Because by God, all I see is strings. There is 0 shorts there.
Properties so they can live anywhere in the world. They're buying some of the largest, most luxurious yachts they can, so they can live anywhere on the water. The most expensive of these yachts is known as the History Supreme and is owned by billionaire Robert Kwok. This yacht might not be the largest in the world, coming in at a relatively small 100 feet, compared to the runner-up most expensive yacht, the $1.5 billion Eclipse, which is about 533 feet long.
That thing's a
Although
house.
If I were to guess what makes this yacht so expensive, it's probably because it's made out of 10,000 kilograms of solid gold and platinum. Yeah, that might have something.
10,000 kilograms of gold and platinum. This man has money to burn. Well, obviously he's a billionaire. To put that on the ocean. The ocean, where God knows what's living under there.
To do with it. The dining area, the rails, deck, staircases, and even the anchor is absolutely adorned with gold and platinum.
Just all gold.
The most expensive champagne.
I don't
Taste
drink.
of
This
the
is
diamonds.
useless.
$2.07 million.
$2 million
There's
for a
one thing that
bottle
goes
of
great with an incredibly
shite.
expensive yacht. It's ridiculously expensive bottles of alcohol spilling on the deck of said yacht. And no drink is more fitting for a yacht party than a bottle of champagne. And as they say,
How about some water
go big
or
or
apple
go
juice?
home. Big in this case being a bottle of Goût des Diamonds, or Taste of the Diamonds.
there's
Released
a
back
diamond
in
in it.
2013, this luxury drink has topped the list of most
Let me
expensive
guess.
champagne
Gold?
ever since. Every bottle is made from 100% Grand Cru grapes. It's produced at a small, family-owned vineyard. And, oh yeah, there's also an 18-karat white gold tag.
There we
and
are,
a single
gold.
deep-cut white diamond at its center, weighing at
diamond.
around 19 carats. Surprise, surprise. It doesn't cost $2 million just because it tastes great. Suffice to say, this is one bottle of
That is mad.
champagne you probably wouldn't want your guests to go home with. Most expensive painting. Salvator Mundi. $450 million. I think we can all agree that if there's anything that makes a home luxurious, it's the furnishings. Sure, you can have a gold-plated
Jesus.
sink, but nothing beats classic paintings, making you look classier than you
That's
already
horrible.
are. And what's classier than the most expensive painting?
No, I don't care how old, how unique, or how expensive a painting is. I ain't gonna pick it if it's something like that. No, I don't care. I respect the artwork, but it's not for me.
Distance. The most expensive painting in the world, Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi, is allegedly somewhere in Saudi Arabia, hidden away by order of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. No one in the art world knows for sure where the painting is, speculating that it might be stashed in the Middle East or stored in a tax-free zone in Geneva. There's also speculation that it might be on the prince's $500 million yacht.
Okay.
As a fellow appreciator of luxury, I don't think there's a bigger flex than hanging a $450 million painting in the hallway of your yacht.
Nah.
The most expensive diamond.
The Queen's diamond.
Cullinan, $2 billion. Speaking of furnishings for your house, it's fair
I'm not
to
mistaken,
admit
this was
that
given to her
paintings
by-
and other similar furnishings are
African
pretty ordinary.
people?
Almost expected. If there's one thing you can buy with a lot of money, it's the ability to be unpredictable. So if you want to star in your very own heist movie, why don't you decorate your house with the most expensive diamond in the world instead? The current most expensive diamond is known as the
Jesus,
Cullinan.
get your paws
Not
off
the
it.
legendary Kohinoor, a resplendent diamond whose worth has not yet been determined.
That looks
Even
nicer,
though
to
the
be honest.
Cullinan might potentially be the second most expensive diamond. Good luck getting your hands on them, though. The Cullinan was the largest gem-quality rough diamond ever found, weighing 21.9 ounces, or 3,106 carats. It was eventually
Jesus.
cut into a collection of 9 diamonds. The different pieces of the Cullinan
Nah.
are currently part of the British Crown Jewels, which might make it a little
Could you imagine getting your hands in the crown? Just could you imagine? One, getting out alive. But two, could you imagine actually having that in your hands, all covered in diamonds? Imagine the value of that crown. I'm curious.
difficult to get them for yourself, unless you're ready to assemble a team, that is.
Avengers
Most expensive
assemble.
Private jet. Boeing BBJ 777-8. Being incredibly rich means you not only have the choice to live in pretty much any country on Earth, but you can also even live in the middle of the ocean if you want. And with the kind of decked-out, luxurious private jets on the market, you could live in the sky if you really put your mind to it. The most expensive of these private jets on the market is the Boeing BBJ 777-8, known for
Jesus
also being
Christ.
the longest-range private jet
That thing's a building. The inside of that's a house. What in the name of God is that doing in a plane?
available. With a range of over 11,500 nautical miles, it features a spacious 3,256 square foot cabin. That $410 million
That thing's like
price
the
tag
White
didn't
House
come
in
from
the air.
nowhere, after all. The interior of the jet is fully customizable and can
Whoa.
include a range of interior spaces,
Whoa.
including lounges,
Jesus.
bedrooms, and conference rooms. And if you're afraid this
That's
jet won't give
mental.
you the full experience of living in the skies, just wait a few years till hovercraft that don't overheat or need refueling are invented. We'll be right here, ready to make a list about it. Most expensive bed. Baldacchino Supreme Bed. $6.3 million. So you have the most expensive mansion.
Could I get 10% of that? Could someone just send on 10%?
Mansion-sized boat. But can you really say you're living a life of true luxury? Of course not. Until you have the master bedroom in order, that is. And how else do you do that? But by buying yourself a Baldacchino Supreme bed designed by Stuart Hughes. Getting this bed is equivalent to buying yourself a piece of fine art. It has an interior made of 24-karat gold.
Nah,
and weighs over 90
I'm not spending
kilograms.
that in a
This
bed.
is one bed you'd actively feel guilty for sleeping on. Like all good things, this bed comes in short supply. There are only 2 of them available in the world, and one of them has already been purchased. But that shouldn't stop you from having a bedroom that looks like an art exhibit. You
That's
could always
mental.
get
I hate those old ancient looking
yourself
beds.
a magnetic floating bed for $1.6 million. That'd be sure
Great.
to impress any guest you bring over. I mean, everything feels nicer when you're suspended in midair after all. Most expensive
How could you tell the difference if you're in air? If the bed is up in the air, what's the difference of it having legs under the bed?
Supernova iPhone 6 Pink Diamond.
Why would you bother?
$48.5 million.
Why would you bother? $48.5 million for a phone that's going to go out of date. Technology that's going to go out of date, you're looking to put that into a phone for $48.5 million, you psycho.
Some incredibly wealthy people choose to keep their wealth on the down low, driving pretty regular vehicles, wearing plain clothes, and buying a regular 300-foot yacht instead of something crazy, while others prefer to show it off with a bit of bling. And what better way to show off than picking up a phone call using the world's most expensive smartphone, the Falcon Supernova iPhone 6 Pink Diamond. That's right. The most expensive phone isn't some high-tech space-age spy phone. It's an iPhone 6 that probably runs like crap in 2021 if Apple has anything to say about it. This customized model is covered in 24-karat gold and decorated with one massive pink diamond on its rear.
So
in case
stupid.
you thought there was some other reason an iPhone 6 would cost $48.5 million. Of course, it does come with software upgrades, not found in your everyday iPhone from 2014. But whipping this phone won't be impressing anyone at a genius. Most expensive watch. Graph Diamond's Hallucination, $55 million. If there's one thing that never fails to impress, it is an incredibly beautiful designer watch. Plus, you can wear it along with a gray shirt and blue jeans, and everyone will still think you're down to earth. Well,
don't like that watch.
That is unless you're wearing
Jesus Christ, it's like someone got hold of a knitting needle and a load of yarn and just whacked it together. Why would you bother? No, that's not nice in any way, shape, or form.
Diamond's Hallucination. Trust me, this watch will get your hand chopped off if you're on the wrong side of town. The Hallucination features 110 carats of differently colored diamonds in a range of different cuts.
So
sat
stupid.
on top of a platinum bracelet. Basically, this watch is shiny enough to stop traffic. This is about as far from a tactical watch as you can get. Believe me, telling time on this thing will be a real challenge at high noon. With the sun in your eye, it'll be even harder to figure out which part of this watch isn't diamond. If you're looking for something to ooze luxury, trust me, with a piece like this on your arm, everyone will know exactly who to ask.
I hate it.
Most expensive gold chrome Bugatti Veyron. Flo Rida's Bugatti Veyron. $2.7 million. Obviously, this entry is a little bit narrower, but I just had to talk about this car, and you simply
That's an old
cannot
model
blame
too,
me.
like.
This shiny custom Bugatti Veyron is owned by rapper Flo Rida. It started out its life as a relatively ordinary, but still very sick, pearlescent white Bugatti. But Flo Rida eventually realized what most rich people do. What if X? But
He just had one of those diamond bottle things that we just saw earlier on.
gold. And one chrome finish later, this car was born. The gold finish might make you want to steal this Bugatti, but its 1,200 horsepower, 255 miles per hour top speed, and its ability to go from 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds means you're probably going to be outrunning the cops as well. So what do you think?
What do I think? Wrapping it in gold chrome is stupid. See the McLaren 765? Tasty weapon of a vehicle. I'm a man for cars. That's a tasty vehicle. So, after seeing all of that, we know how stupid some people are. Until we become the most successful businessman and creator on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave it there. And hope you enjoyed. Hit the subscribe button and we'll see you all again in a bit. Bye bye.